is July 31st, 2023, and this is my trade recap. A very short day today. Couldn't participate in the morning session because I was out doing some personal things, and I made it back home around 2 p.m. or around 1:30 p.m. and I just got on my computer. I was looking at the market on my phone and got on the computer and pulled the trigger for a trade that I've been waiting for on my phone, and it was setting up pretty much right when I got home. So I took it, gave it a chance. It was a low grade 15-minute flag long, potential hour chart continuation short, or hour chart long as well. But the main problem with this is that there was overhead longs from early in the morning, and there's too much overhead supply. This key 4609 level, that ideally, if that level reclaimed first, it would make this setup into an A setup. So if it were to actually shoot up here, break past above, and then set up here for that continuation, so on the 15-minute, this is where I took the entry long. If it shot up here, I knew it was most likely going to reject. If it can do something like that and continue higher, or if it just blows right past above that level and then start to hold that level as support and then flag, that would look absolutely perfect. But it didn't do any of that. It couldn't even get above that resistance level, and it held as resistance and came straight down, which was about a 1-to-1, but it wasn't exactly 1-to-1, so I couldn't take my profits there to minimize my risk. And so I ended up taking this one out for a loss to stop me out right here. And then my second trade was a little bit premature. This is a trade that I'm not too happy about, but I am happy with the sizing on the initial entry here. There's first starter short. It was a starter position, risking wide off this key resistance level that rejected. But the main problem here is that this is 1, 2, 3. This is the third retest. This is not a break yet. This is way too premature if it breaks right here and continues lower. If it were to go lower here, what you can look for, actually, what would look good is if it were to just break straight down, you could look that continuation short right here. Otherwise, if it were to just keep going straight down, straight down, straight down, there's no setup there. You can't really chase that weakness, and that's what basically this was. Keep going straight down, straight down, straight down. There's nothing here. Ideally, you need some sort of a break of that pattern and then set up like that, which is kind of what it did right over here. And then you could take that entry short right here, right over here with that break. But I ended up taking it right here on the first continuation short, took that starter here, added into the pop, and then took the final add into that continuation short on the 3-minute. And locked in my profits into the predictable part of the move, and that was pretty much it for that one. That's my executions. 15-minute flag long. Potential hour chart. Hour chart didn't trigger. Stopped out. And then took the next short on pretty much immediately after I closed out this position. The first starter position was okay. Risking wide. This was properly risked, but I had to chase the entry a little bit. So as soon as it bounces a little bit, I want to get a little bit more fill on my starter position. Which even at this point, I'm risking about 1.5 R on the trade, which is still not good for the type of setup that it is. It didn't really give any confirmation of that continuation. So in that case, once this area tries to continue higher and rejects off this level or the 50% retracement level and shows signs of fail follow through, then you could take the next add here. This is the only valid add here, where you can move your stop tighter to at this 4606 level as the stop now. And this is the only add that I'm very happy with. Everything else was too premature. So it's premature here. You could take that starter add, but adding this here is too much size for this type of setup. And then once you see that fail follow through, this is the only add that was valid. And then keeping the stop tight off this level now, which I got very lucky here. It retested that level, but it didn't really stop me out. And then once I saw that, I took a low risk add here. These low risk ads I'm okay with, but right now, especially right now when I'm um, really trying to focus in on the process and instead of the process, or the process instead of the profits, then I should really be cutting out these um, executions where I'm shooting for my A game, which allows more room for error, and my C game errors to more likely to occur. So these type of trades should just these type of executions should just be avoided for at least right now, where I'm just trying to bag singles and just get back to the basics. These ads were too oversized. Now once I add right here, even though it is a low risk ad, because of the size that I took, 5 and 5 contracts here, 10 contracts more, it's 2 hour trade. It's a 2 hour trade now, from a 3 hour trade to a 1.5 hour trade to a 2 hour trade now. And then immediately, the only good thing about this trade that I did was understanding the risk. My risk was oversized, and putting my risk management as the #1 priority here, and into any predictable flush, I want to lock in profits. So into a 1-to-1 here, I locked in half, and then moved my stop up tight right here. Actually, I moved it up to 401, I believe, and that, or actually 402, 4602, and that triggered on this candle immediately. So I left a bit of money on the table here, but I couldn't care less about that. I knew I was oversized a little bit here on a setup that did not deserve that size. So I was happy to lock in my profits into the first predictable part of the move. So yeah, that's that. My goals for tomorrow is going to remain the same, sticking to my max loss and taking 4 trades max. And if there's something I can improve from today, it is to get proper sleep today and wake up on time and fill out my DRC and meditation prior to placing any trades tomorrow. And if the one thing I did good today that I am very happy with is removing my P&L, my realized profits, and my net liquidation column on my NinjaTrader. That really helped get rid of the emotion on the second trade, despite being in a little bit heavier size. Like right here, when I retested this level, this is like, especially the break of this level right here, this 4605 level. This is an area where it could have really triggered me out of this position, trying to get out prior to the break of this key level here, which is where my stop was. But once it triggered this level, broke above this level, I didn't really feel any emotions at all, because I wasn't looking at my P&L at all at that point. So I was able to stay here with my stop, knowing that I was risking 2R, and just allowed the trade to play out. Alright, well, that's pretty much it. Thanks.